all the latest updates, subscribe to News 9.
It's been a few days since SSR suicide case was transferred to the CBI, which intensified its investigation. Today, the ED has recorded statements of Shruti Modi and Sushant's sister, Meetu Singh. Justice Rishikesh Roy heard the transfer plea. Advocate Sham Diwan appeared for Rhea Chakraborty. Vikas Singh represented Sushant's family. Advocate Singhvi represented the Maharashtra government. Advocate Maninder Singh represented the Bihar police. And Solicitor General Tushar Mehta represented the CBI. This is an application under Section 406 of CRPC. Our short submission is that FIR registered in Bihar has no connection to any offence committed in Patna. There is considerable delay of over 38 days in filing of this FIR. There is also state influence and thus bias. State of Maharashtra has filed an affidavit to show satisfactory investigation is going on. FIR in Patna is without jurisdiction. My client Rhea Chakraborty has been charged by wrongful confinement, criminal breach of trust and abetment to suicide. Apart from Rajput's residence in Patna, there was no other cause of action for Bihar police. Mumbai police has already recorded 56 statements. The investigation has proceeded quite substantially. Patna police was hesitant to file FIR, but Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar and leader Sanjay Jha insisted on registering FIR and probed the case in Bihar. There is serious concern on behalf of the petitioner that going by TV reports, it seems as if real people are not involved. The girl was in love with the deceased and living together. She deserves full fairness. This case is being utilized extraneously, as in a case of relationship of a boy and a girl, a chief minister had to intervene. In this case, the trial by media, which is a parallel trial now, is undesirable. What Bihar police did was in complete accordance with law. In your petition, you have also sought a CBI probe in the case. How they come into the picture is different, but you want it or not. I want a fair trial by a fair investigating agency. The correct course will be the matter goes to Mumbai police, and if CBI comes into the picture, it will then. But FIR lodged in some other state without jurisdiction cannot lead to the CBI probe. 56 people were examined by Mumbai police. Final report of post-mortem came on June 25th. Maharashtra police did not register any FIR even though it examined so many people. Verdict state post-mortem date is the last date for police to rely on Section 174. Bihar police FIR is the only FIR in the case. There is a complete lapse of investigation on part of Mumbai police. A senior officer of Bihar police was put in detention. Similar transfer plea was earlier dismissed too. We have to undertake investigation and then get into territoriality. FIR in Bihar was registered on basis of legality because some authority has to investigate and not social media. We had to do doodh ka doodh, pani ka pani. No investigation that was being done. Nitish Kumar did not intervene here at all. I have 4 points. Absolute lack of jurisdiction by Bihar police. Very weird and remarkable basis of claiming jurisdiction by Bihar needs to be shown. This case shows how federalism is being subverted. We also need to see scope of jurisdiction of a single judge where transfer of case to CBI is being sought. Murder of the CRPC is being attempted in this case where jurisdiction is a casualty. Bihar police says disease belongs to Bihar. This is stretching beyond imagination. Criminal law has been turned on its head. Bihar seeks a jurisdiction-less probe till probe is conducted. Have you seen any prosecuting state so desperate to take up the investigation? If any of this applies, it will be a fundamental assault on federalism. There is no complaint to Maharashtra police till now. We all know that why the state where there is an election soon is doing like this. After the election, you will not hear of this case. Let us now boast that Bihar police is the best one. This is a new law that investigation has to be over by June 25th. Without a finding of perversity, how can the case go to CBI? If there's a criminal breach of trust, then as a father, the entire proceed needs to be sent to me. Section 406 also includes subordinate to a HC. Father and sister of Sushant Singh Rajput were alienated. Father repeatedly wanted to talk to Sushant, but Rhea did not reply. She had already distanced the sister. Look at the mark on his neck. It's a belt mark, not a rope. If he was murdered, it needs to be investigated. Vinay Tiwari was forcibly quarantined on August 2nd, and an order was passed on August 3rd stating that there will be no exemption for home quarantine for someone coming from outside the state. This was the nature of cover-up. Please ensure that when CBI goes to Maharashtra, this home quarantine does not apply to them again. The exercise that Mumbai police is undergoing is without an FIR. No report of the inquest has been filed before the district or sub-divisional magistrate. A basic report on the apparent causes of the death showing bruises, marks, wounds or fractures should be before magistrate. Now, what is an investigation? We need to see who the petitioner is. Is she an accused or not involved at all? Investigation only as per CRPC is going on in Bihar, as there is no such investigation in Mumbai. Even Enforcement Directorate is investigating the case. What Dr. Singhvi has submitted in sealed envelope is not a part of case diary. The matter will be next heard on August 13th. Single judge bench has reserved its order on the transfer petition. Parties to file a 2-page written submission each by August 12th.